Come on, Joel. Supervillains who became superheroes? Surely you've made a mistake. Welcome to Comic Basics. I'm Joel, and today's episode, the top 10 most famous supervillains to become superheroes. I've heard it said that it's not impossible to change who you are. Sure, it may be difficult, but definitely not impossible. Murderers have become priests, actors have become politicians, and there are supervillains that have become superheroes. It's the last of these three examples that interest me. Throughout the history of comic books, there's no shortage of supervillains to become superheroes. In fact, characters trade sides as often as children trade Pokemon cards. But of all the supervillains to become superheroes, who are the most famous? Before becoming the sidekick to Captain America, before becoming the new Captain America, and before making a name for himself as a great superhero, Sam Wilson was a criminal. In fact, not only was Sam Wilson a criminal, but he also served alongside Captain America's most notorious enemy. And of course I refer to the Red Skull. His time at the side of the Red Skull was short-lived, and after leaving the Skull, he cemented himself as Steve Rogers' most trusted friend. As the White Queen of both the Hellfire Club and the X-Men, Emma Frost has changed her allegiance more times than I've changed my baby's diaper. Emma Frost is partly responsible for the most well-known story in X-Men lore, the Jean Grey and Phoenix saga, and also for stealing the aforementioned Jean Grey's spouse, Scott Summers. What makes Emma such a valuable asset to whichever side she's on is twofold. First, and unlike most mutants, she actually possesses two powers. And second, she's nearly as smart, savvy, and powerful as Charles Xavier. Is he a hero or is he a villain? Aside from when he's coming to the MCU, those are the questions that everybody wants to know about Neymar. Neymar is Marvel's version of Aquaman. He's an extremely powerful character capable of decimating entire cities with the wave of his hand, and will do so at a moment's notice. And why? Neymar hates humans more than I hate The Bachelor. Believe it or not, but Rogue actually debuted as a member of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. As a member, Rogue became known for stealing the powers of Miss Marvel. With the powers came superhuman strength, superhuman durability, flight, and more. Couple this with her already impressive ability to absorb the powers and memories of those she touches, and Rogue becomes an instant ally to any she's aligned herself with. At a young age, Clint Barton ran away from home and joined the circus. Under the tutelage of swordsman and trick shot, he took a liking to and became proficient in both swordplay and archery. Eventually, after learning that his mentors were criminals, Clint left the circus and took on the moniker of Hawkeye. While out on his own, he witnessed Iron Man performing a heroic act. Wanting to be like him, he attempted to perform a similar act. Unfortunately, he was mistaken by the police for a criminal. This caused Clint to become disillusioned with the law. As such, when given the opportunity to align himself with the villainous Black Widow, he did. Although we didn't know it at the time, Quicksilver is the son of Magneto. In his first appearance, he was a member of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, with a small caveat. He was only there because he felt he owed Magneto a debt of gratitude. For the first many years of his existence, Quicksilver bounced between good and evil. Not only was he once a member of the Brotherhood and X-Men, but he, alongside Hawkeye and Scarlet Witch, became the first new recruits to the Avengers. A similar story to her brother Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch made her first appearance as a member of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Unlike her brother, who has bounced around from group to group, Scarlet Witch has remained primarily an Avenger since switching sides. As arguably the most powerful being on Earth, Scarlet Witch has been responsible for some terrible things. During this time, she reset the mutant population from over 1 million to 198, decimated Neymar and the Atlanteans, and created her own reality and more. As one of the oldest heroes on this list, Plastic Man is also one of its first villains. Patrick E.L. O'Brien was once a petty thief. As a thief, he raided small buildings and safes. Unfortunately for Patrick, one of his raids didn't go as planned. While in the middle of their operation, a security guard confronted and opened fire on Patrick and his gang. As a result of the shots, Patrick fell into a vat of acid. Upon awakening, he learned that not only had his companions abandoned him and he had been taken in by monks, but also that he was now extremely pliable. The way in which he was treated by the monks changed Patrick for the better. Catwoman is a little bit of an anomaly on this list. While she has been both a hero and villain, Catwoman has never fully committed herself to either side. Catwoman, although a thief, is a protector of those less fortunate. She uses her exploits to help out those who are either down on their luck or unable to help themselves. The question with Catwoman is whether or not she's actually a hero or villain. So let me ask you, is Catwoman a character who steals from others to help others, a villain or a hero? As Russia's most famous native assassin, Black Widow was once an enemy of the country she now serves. In her first appearance, she was actually an enemy of Iron Man who wanted nothing more than to acquire some of his technology. This didn't go over too well, and in her next attempt, she recruited Hawkeye to her cause. Over time, she and Hawkeye began to express feelings for one another. This prompted her country to capture and brainwash her back into their ranks. Eventually, she broke free of their hold and joined the Avengers, a place that she's remained more or less ever since. And I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, please hit that subscribe button. Thanks for coming out. I hope you'll come back, and until then, I'll catch you next time.